Okay, plumb line next concept, plumb line accelerometer. Plumb line accelerometer is the next concept. Okay, first, an experimental concept that I had to say. If you are considering maybe a moving carriage means maybe a moving bus I can consider. Okay, just imagine like this. This is a bus. If it is moving like this with a uniform velocity, don't forget, if it is moving with a uniform velocity to the ceiling of this bus, as you have attached a simple pendulum, like this. You are aware of simple pendulum, first PUC. If you are attached a simple pendulum like this, if it is the bus, if it is moving, let us consider this is a bus. The bus, if it is moving like this with a uniform velocity, a simple pendulum, it has been attached here to the ceiling. Now, is the simple pendulum remains like this only, or is it going to get shifting? The answer is this is not going to get shifted. It remains as it is because it is moving with a uniform velocity. Another concept. Let us consider the same bus. The bus is said to be at rest. The bus is not moving. Here, same concept, that we have chosen a simple pendulum and attached here to the ceiling. Now also, the simple pendulum bob is not moving either this side or that side. No, it is simple pendulum bob. It is also remains at rest. Here also it remains at rest, even though the bus is moving with a uniform velocity. If the bus is said to be at rest, then also this bob, B-O-B, the mass of the bob, whatever it is present, it remains same. But if the bus, if it is moving like this, let us consider if this is the bus, if it is moving with an acceleration here, if it is attached a simple pendulum like this, it was attached like this. Now, this it has been shifting like this, or it has been drifted like this. It has been drifted like this with an angle theta, that is because of this acceleration A. If it is one more question or two marks question for you people, don't forget, for 2 marks question, if a moving carriage, if it is said to be at rest, or if it is moving with a uniform velocity, then the suspended simple pendulum bob, which is also remains at rest. Originally how it was present, now also it is present like that only. Okay, it will not going to get changed. But here, if the moving carriage, if it is moving with an acceleration, if the moving carriage or bus or whatever it may be, if it is moving with an acceleration, now the simple pendulum bob, it is going to get drifted like this. It is going to get shifting. It is going to get drifted like this with an angle is equal to theta. This is main concept. One more concept that I supposed to explain before taking up this plumb line, that is Lami's theorem. Without these ideas, we cannot understand those concepts. What is Lami's theorem? That states, taken from first PUC. This is taken from first PUC concept. This is. Okay, you have studied already in first PUC about Lami's theorem. Let us consider 3 forces are acting here. See, I have unmuted everything. I have seen everything is Okay. If you are not listening my voice, it is because of your problem, in your system problem. All the others, you are getting my voice. Okay, Kiran, you are getting my voice. Okay. Yes. Just to tilt your head. Tilt your head. Kiran. Yes or no? Okay. Yes, see here. This is a bob. Here there are three forces are acting here. There are three forces are acting here. Force number 1, force number 2, force number 3. If you want, I will write force number 1, force number 2, force number 3. Force number 1, force number 2, force number 3. They are making an angle here now. Maybe this is theta 1, opposite to this. Theta 1, opposite to this one, the angle between these two, I will take it as theta 2. F3 is here, opposite to this one, the whatever the angle it is present here, that is said to be taken as theta 3. Now according to Lami's theorem here, F1 divided by sine theta 1, F1 divided by sine theta 1, F1 is here, divided by sine theta 1 is equal to F2 divided by sine theta 2 is equal to F3 divided by sine theta 3. Sine theta 3. This is taken from your first PUC portion called by the name the Lami's theorem. Okay. Are you followed this? Now I suppose to take up plumb line accelerometer concept. If you know all this concept, these are all coming under physics. Some of you are asking, is it mathematics, sir? What nonsense. Okay. It is coming under physics. First BSc physics. First semester physics. Okay. You don't know that also, which syllabus that you are studying, you don't know. Oh. Okay, this is Lami's theorem. There are three forces are acting at a particular point. Three forces making three angles here. F1 is the force here. The remaining two forces are these two. Angle between the remaining two forces F3 and F2 is equal to theta 1 here. Therefore, F1 divided by sine theta 1, F2 divided by sine theta 2, F3 divided by sine theta 3 is called by the name the Lami's theorem. Hoping that you have understood. Okay. Yes. Take your first PUC booklet and go through all these things. Okay. I suppose to teach only the degree class concept, not a first PUC concept. Yes. Anyhow, I taught that. First PUC concept also it has been taught. Just you see here. Now I suppose to start plumb line accelerometer. Plumb line accelerometer I suppose to start. So plumb line accelerometer, which is containing a moving carriage here. This is a moving carriage, means maybe a bus or something else like that. Maybe a wheel also that I will write here. This is a wheel. Here also a wheel. This is a wheel. It is moving like this with an acceleration is equal to A star. A star is an acceleration with which it is moving. This carriage is moving. Means a bus, if it is moving with an acceleration is equal to A star. Here we have attached a simple pendulum. It has been attached like this. A simple pendulum, it has been attached like this. Due to this acceleration, this simple pendulum bob, it is drifted like this. It has been drifted like this. Okay, this bob, it has been drifted like this, which is making an angle theta, with the vertical, Now, this is the thread. This is the thread. The thread which is having a tension. The thread which is having a tension, I will write that one as T. T is the tension. And yesterday we have already discussed about that. In the case of A star is a moving frame acceleration here. Then this body whose mass is equal to this body, whose mass is equal to m here. M is the mass of this body, which is said to be having an acceleration with like this, but this is going to be moving with a fictitious force in the opposite direction, that is ma star. Ma star. This is fictitious force. Which direction? Opposite to that of A star, one force that is acting. Not only that, one more force that is acting in the exactly in the downward direction, that is the weight of the object. The weight of the object is equal to W is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. Mass into acceleration due to gravity. Okay. Hoping that up to here you have understood. So whatever I have spoken so far, I taught so far, just I will write. Okay. Plumb line accelerometer, which is a device used to study the physical and inertial forces. This is an accelerometer device. It is a device which is used to study the physical and inertial forces. Inertial forces, are they existing or not? That we want to discuss about that. So we want to study about the physical and inertial forces. This plumb line accelerometer, which is consisting of a plumb line, it is a plumb line dropped from the ceiling of a moving carriage. This is moving carriage. Moving carriage. From the ceiling of a moving carriage, we have dropped a simple pendulum like that. A situation is existing here. Okay. A plumb line. Plumb line means a simple pendulum, nothing else. A plumb line, a straight one, it has been dropped from the ceiling of the moving carriage. From the ceiling of the moving carriage, it has been dropped. This is a plumb line. Okay. Where m is the mass of this body. M is equal to mass of the bob, or mass of the body, that is. Whatever the body is present here, that body mass is equal to m. M is the mass of the body. Small m is equal to mass of the body. Its weight, the weight of this body is given by weight is equal to m into g. That is the weight of the body. That is acting in the downward direction. Weight of the body is acting in the downward direction. Okay. If it is moving with a uniform velocity, or it is said to be at rest, then the plumb line will be straight only. Since it is moving with an acceleration here, therefore this plumb line, whatever the plumb line is present, it has been drifted through an angle theta with respect to the vertical line, with respect to this vertical. Okay. Because this bob experiences an inertial force. It experiences an inertial force. This is an inertial force. It experiences an inertial force. Which direction? Opposite to that of this one. Opposite to this direction, it is experiences an inertial force. Okay. When the carriage is moving with an acceleration a star, then the bob experiences an inertial force. An inertial force experiences an inertial force horizontally horizontally in a direction opposite to the direction of the A star, of course, acceleration of the carriage. Acceleration of the carriage is A star. A star, that is. Let us consider T be the tension in the string. T is equal to tension in the string. Tension in the string. In the case of the string, T be the tension. Okay. Just whatever I explained so far, just I will summarize the whole thing just to see that. It is a moving carriage in which from the ceiling it has been attached a plumb line. The plumb line bob mass, mass of this one is equal to m. Mass of this is equal to m. It has been attached from the ceiling. If the carriage, if it is moving with an acceleration A star, then this plumb line, it has been drifted through an angle theta with respect to the vertical, where T is the tension in the string, m is the mass of the bob. Therefore, mg is the weight of the body is acting exactly in the downward direction. Weight of the body is acting, mg, which is acting in the downward direction. ma star is an inertial force. Due to this A star here, there is an inertial force that is acting in the opposite direction to that of A star. A star, whichever the direction is present, that is the carriage acceleration, which direction it is present, opposite to that direction, there is an inertial force that is present. Due to that one only, this bob, it is going to get deflecting, it is going to get, it has been drawn like this through an angle theta with respect to the vertical. This is whatever I explained so far, where T is the tension in the string, Clear? Understood the concept? Therefore, I will write the another diagram for this. Just imagine, okay, there are three forces are acting here. Lami's theorem I had to apply. There are three forces are acting. T is one force, mg is one force, ma star is another force. Three forces are acting, but this body is said to be under rest. I had to write that concept here. So what is that? So I will write here. This is the same diagram, just I am copying. Just you see that this is the tension. This is the tension in the string. This is the body whose weight is acting in the downward direction like this, mg. Okay, you can see that clearly now. This is ma star. This is making an angle theta. If I am extending this like this, this is theta. Therefore, this is also equal to theta. Alternate angles are equal. These two are alternate angles. If this is theta, this is also theta. Therefore, this is theta. Is it clear? Understood? If this is theta, this is 90 degree. All of us, we are aware of that one. This is a perpendicular line. Therefore, this is 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. This is 180 degree. Here to here. This is 180 degree. Is it right? Again, I will write one more diagram. Okay, have I understood about this and this? You see that quickly. Follow this. This is straight line. Therefore, angle is 180 degree. These two are perpendicular to each other, 90 degree. These two are perpendicular to each other, 90 degree. Okay, I will remove this. Then, okay, I will write one more diagram here. This is the bob. Tension in the string is present like this. This is weight, that is mg. This is ma star. This angle is 90 degree. I don't want. This angle is how much? This angle 90 plus theta. Therefore, this is 90 plus theta. This angle is 180 degree, but I want this angle. How much is this angle? This angle is equal to 180 minus theta is this angle. Therefore, this is 180 minus theta. Follow this. Now we will going to consider this particular force. This is a force. Lami's theorem we had to apply. Applying Lami's theorem. I will apply the Lami's theorem. Applying Lami's theorem. As you are applying the Lami's theorem here, this is one of the forces. This force, Ma star, divided by the remaining two forces are these two. The remaining two forces are these two. This is the force that I have selected. This is the force I have selected. The angle between the remaining two is this 180 minus theta. Therefore, this divided by sine of 180 minus theta. This is whatever I already explained in the case of Lami's theorem. This is the Lami's theorem. This Lami's theorem that I am using. So if I am using that Lami's theorem here, this is the force. The remaining two forces are T and mg. The angle between T and mg is 180 minus theta. That one I have written here. Is equal to here, one more force is mg. Mg. Remaining two forces are these two. Angle between these two is equal to 90 plus theta with sine function. That is also equal to T divided by sine 90. That is also equal to T divided by this is sine 90. Sine 90. I don't want this. I want only these two. Because I want to equate these two. If I am equating these two here, m get cancelled. What is the value of sine of 180 minus theta? Trigonometry. Sine of 180 minus theta is how much? Sine of 180 minus theta is equal to how much? Sine theta. Trigonometry. Sine of 90 plus theta is how much? Sine of 90 plus theta is equal to how much? Cos theta. First PU trigonometry. Therefore, A star divided by this becomes sine theta. Sine of 180 minus theta is sine theta. That is equal to G divided by sine of 90 plus theta is cos theta. Cos theta. Therefore, A star divided by G is equal to how much? A star divided by G. Sine theta, just I will interchange these two. Therefore, A star divided by G is equal to sine theta divided by cos theta. Therefore, A star divided by G is equal to this is tan theta. Therefore, A star is equal to here, A star is equal to G into tan theta. G into tan theta. If you are measuring theta, we can measure A star. So, meaning it implies by measuring theta, A star can be measured. A star can be calculated. It can be calculated. What is that A star and other things? You go back to this concept. If you are measuring theta, is how much, if you know theta is how much here, we can calculate A star is how much. If you know theta is how much, then we can calculate the moving carriage acceleration. So that is the meaning here. Derivation completed, it carries 5 marks. This particular derivation, it carries 5 marks. I have started with this. Okay, this is the concept.